A very good morning, my fellow children, countrymen, and women. My name is Edwin Twinomujisha, the science doctor. Yet is another chance that I come in here in this program of Tusome to deeply share and understand the facts concerning science subject today. Like I've always told you, we are still under the fight of COVID-19, the pandemic that has become a threat to each and every life. That's why you see me with this face mask. I'm putting on this face mask to show you that if you were still taking this for granted, my friend, you better start having this. So, today, we are going to handle our subject, integrated science, and we shall basically look at the topic called respiratory system. Respiratory system. When we say respiratory system, then my very good friends watching, you will easily understand that we are handling the topics of primary 6. Ladies and gentlemen, you will permit me, for the purposes of clarity and audibility, put off my face mask, because in the studios I'm very safe, I'm alone, and therefore I find it very, very fine to really reach you without this face mask. My boys and girls today watching this lesson, I want you to understand that we have come up with another golden opportunity to reach you wherever you are, so that learning remains continuous, and then we continue to get, facts in their simplified form. Therefore, we have come up with what we call PrimeLearn. PrimeLearn is an online app that you can now access using your smartphone. And then, if you have been missing your teachers because you are no longer at school, you're just at home, you will be able to get all these different beautiful and handsome gentlemen and ladies, and you continue learning those particular beautiful subjects that you really love. Today, the moment you say respiratory system, some other friend of mine will quickly understand that given that this is the system, then it's very important for us to start from the chain of a cell. A cell. Boys and girls, the moment you say a cell, you are talking about the smallest basic unit of life. The smallest basic unit of life. In other words, our bodies are made of these different cells. And the moment these different cells combine together, they will definitely form something different. And this is what we call a tissue. I want us to start from this corner. That a group of cells form a tissue, and then a group of tissues will form what we call an organ. Understand this chain very, 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 very well. So if we talk about the organs, in this case I can give you examples of organs because luckily you have covered this one in primary 4, the major body organs. Now, you can talk about the lungs, you talk about the skin, you talk about the kidneys, the liver, to mention but a few. Now, understand this, that if these different organs participating in the body, performing a particular role, combine together, they will definitely form what we call a system. I'm very much sure that I'm coming into the connection of what we are going to handle today. Understand this again. That a group of organs brought together, they will form what we call a system. And then it is a group of systems. A group of systems brought together will form what we call the human body. Human body. I think this is very clear. Now, understand this, that the moment we say respiratory system, we are looking at other different systems of the body. Of course, you can talk about, we are now at this level. Level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. We are at level 4. The systems of the body, we can mention them. We have other systems like the digestive system. We have, like I said, the respiratory system. Of course, we have like excretory system. We have got like circulatory system. You see, to mention but a few. Now, understand this, that the human body is made up of this kind of network. That we have got different systems that will generally combine together. They connect up to make what we call the entire human body. So, understand this, boys and girls, watching this lesson today, that our main concern today is scoping out one of these systems. Since the digestive system has been covered in primary 5, the excretory system will be covered in primary 7, and then the circulatory system was also covered in first term of primary 6. Our today's concern is looking at what we call the respiratory system. Let's quickly look at what we call respiration. Respiration. I would pose this question to you, and I want to remind you that as you are watching, you should equally get your phone. We shall give you an opportunity to interact with us and give us some of the feedbacks. I will give you an opportunity, and you will automatically use one of those numbers on the screen so that you can reach me and we interact together. Now, respiration comes from the system respiratory system. There is a way I want us to go slowly and interpret this very well. The respiratory system, it is the system that has got two components in it. The first component is what one would call the respiration. To respire. To respire. Respiration is one of the characteristics of living things. You remember that in primary 6, under classification of animals, that all living things respire. And therefore, the moment you talk about respiration, you are definitely talking about what we call the generation of energy, in quotes. That's how science moves. And then the second component under respiratory system is what we call the breathing system. You get? So when we say the breathing system, we shall definitely look at the flow of air within, to and from the lungs. Do you still get this really? I will still remind you that such kind of simplified facts, you can always find them on our PrimeLearn app. If you have not yet got one, please download PrimeLearn app on your phone, and then we continue learning in the most simpler way, even when you are not going to school. Ladies and gentlemen, watching this lesson today, I want us to understand that respiration, this is the process. This is the process by which the body uses food and oxygen to release energy to release energy. Maybe from wherever you are watching, we can repeat this together. That respiration is the process by which the body, I want us to underline these words, uses food and oxygen to release, to liberate, to produce. All those words can be used here. Energy. And when you come to energy, you can join me and we underline using 2 bars. You get? We are using 2 bars because I want you to understand that the main importance of respiration in the body is generally to produce energy. Let's quickly understand this. Like any other factory, like any other industry, it is always set in a place where there are raw materials that will enable these people to generate or process what they intend to process within that industry. And therefore today, let's understand this, that as respiration, as we wait for respiration to occur within our bodies, there must be some raw materials. I need to be very clear on this. What I'm calling raw materials in this case are those particular materials, substances that must be available for respiration to take place in our bodies. Let's understand this. Raw materials needed for respiration to take place. Now, this is very, very significant in this study. If you want to be, I've always interacted with the good friends and they tell me, teacher, you know what, you want to become the doctor. You know, the doctor you want to be is the doctor that is paying attention to the content that I'm handling today. Let me get back to you. And we understand that the raw materials, like I said, the materials, the substances that will enable your body to generate energy, in this case, scientifically, are what I'm referring to raw materials. And therefore, let's understand that from what I underlined here, 1, food becomes a raw material. It must be there. Number 2 is oxygen. You get it? It must be there. Now, understand this, that the moment you eat food, I know, when I talk about food, there is a lot that comes into your mind. Of course, depending on what you like most, right? Now, the moment you eat that food, anything that, you know, anything good that we eat or drink, the moment you take it, there is always an automatic consumption of oxygen in the atmosphere. We have got atmospheric oxygen which is always there. And therefore, look here, that the moment you eat this food, there will be an automatic consumption of oxygen. Remember that there is already some oxygen within our bodies. As we go on, I will tell you the reason as to why we are able to breathe in 21% of oxygen and we release something like 16% of oxygen. You know, this is in and this is out. We are yet to understand this. And it has something to do with what I'm explaining here. You get? So, the moment you take in food, there will be that oxygen that will oxidize. This oxygen will simply, in a simple language, will burn. The oxygen will burn down this food. We are now heading towards the formation of calories in our bodies. You get the point? I'm actually handling it wider. Now, the oxygen will start burning this. Remember, the food is already in its fine form. And this is why we say, for any food to move to the body cells, this food must be digested, well digested, and then it will be absorbed. It will be absorbed. You can stroke this absorption and assimilation. And assimilation, these two processes take place there. The absorption and assimilation of this food, the food must be in its fine form. And finally, this food will move to what we call the body cells. What we call the body what? Body cells. Now, get this. The moment this food reaches the body cells, now oxygen will definitely start doing its role. And the role of oxygen in this case will automatically, to burn this food, the food that has crossed to the body cells will be burnt by oxygen. And then generally, the formation of energy will occur there. I think you can now easily get this. That energy will only be formed if this food in the body, if the digested, absorbed, assimilated food reaches the body cells, oxygen will be able to burn that food to form energy. Let me take you back and we look at something related to this. Now, during the process, the body is generating this energy. Something beautiful here will occur. And I want you to be very keen on this. There is what we call the byproducts. The byproducts. Very many people have always asked me, that teacher, what about byproducts? I want you to understand the difference between waste products and byproducts in this case. I want to be so systematic that the byproducts in this case, well, they may sound or seem to be waste products, but the reason as to why we bring in the unique name byproducts is because they are released, they are liberated by the body unknowingly. The body is actually not aware that it is releasing that, because the main agenda, the main reason for respiration, like I told you in the beginning, is to generate energy. You get the point? Now, as the body is generating energy, it will all of a sudden start to react. And under the reaction, like any other reaction, you have always watched Gorora is fighting with another person. And during the fight, you will realize that people are sweating. Currently, we are carrying out aerobics and gymnastics. Those who are working out, you are observing it. The moment you make your body work out, there will be a reaction. And that's why a lot of, the excess water is released and removed by the body. Now, understand this. That during the process when the body is using food and oxygen to generate energy, there will be some products that will be released by the body in excess. And such products include, we have got carbon dioxide. Carbon. I want you to master the spelling of this word. Carbon dioxide will be released as a byproduct. We shall have water vapor. Master spellings, my friends. Water vapor will require be released. And then heat will also be released. I can now give you an assignment. And you will, of course, when you start calling in, we shall interact and you tell me what you're observing. The moment you take your food, before you eat, by the way, sometimes you tend to be weak, and many people tend to say, you know what, mommy, I want food. I've seen and heard some papas ask food in that corner. I want food. Now, the moment this person takes food, in most cases, by the way, and they are satisfied, you will always tell me that teaching is very true. These people will be seen sweating. Will be seen sweating. You now connect that one with this. Some water vapor will be released by the body. There will be a lot of heat. I've already seen people, someone after eating their food, and you see someone saying, no, I can't keep with this jacket. You get? I can't keep with this shirt. And you see people removing them. Reason being, as they are producing energy, some heat is liberated, is produced, is released. Then I want to be funny here. I want to be a little bit funny. And this is how I've always done it. That in most cases, after eating, that's when a lot of carbon dioxide is released. I just don't want to go beyond that. That's when always carbon dioxide, the volume of carbon dioxide, people tend to misbehave. That's why teachers who are watching, you can bear me witnesses, that immediately after lunch, that's when the reaction is always high in class and every other mistake is done. It's always because there is that kind of liberation. There is some more carbon dioxide being produced and released by the body cells. And this one also connects us some other point that I wanted to bring to you here, that if you have been curious on science, you will realize that the consumption of carbon dioxide during breathing in, we take 0.03%. But on releasing, you always release 4%. You can just imagine this. This is a lot of carbon dioxide, my friend. You have consumed just 0.03%. But on releasing, those who are good at doing those bad things, anyway, which is actually natural and normal, then 4% is released. And the reason is very simple. This is exactly what I'm teaching you today, ladies and gentlemen. That the carbon dioxide volume will increase, and it's just simply because carbon dioxide is also released by the body, and it increases in volume the moment energy is generated. Now, permit me then to remind you, the teacher who is watching me, that all these facts I'm teaching today, you can also start generating them and you begin earning money. You can now become a smart teacher who will earn smart. Just download, go to your Google Play Store, download what you call the PrimeLearn app, and you will be able to start getting these different lessons presented by different experts, and you will easily simplify the way you are doing it when we are released from this lockdown. PrimeLearn is the one moving. Remember, we can as well still work together. If you join PrimeLearn, you have downloaded it, then we can start earning money together. You start becoming an affiliate. This is someone who will recommend other people to watch those lessons on the website, and you earn money. Let's go. Now, having understood this, I did not want to rub anything because I feel like we shall still need this one. We shall still need to use the same content to get some good questions. Now, understand this. After food and oxygen has been used, byproducts are released. I want you to understand that there will be what we call, let me write here so that they can easily connect up. There will be what we call the end product. End product. Some other scientists, while setting papers, one can call it the main product of respiration, and another one can call it the end product. It is today that I want you to understand that the moment the food and oxygen is used by the body, these ones are released by the body as waste products. Then the end product called energy will be given out. Ladies and gentlemen watching, I just want to make something clear today. There is something I want to put right. It has always been a misconception. This is always a very good question. And perhaps I can set it so that those people who are ready to call in, you can start with this. This question is always like this. Where does respiration take place in the body? Take place in the body. Now, if you were watching lessons on our Prime Learn app, would give you answers, and we say maybe would give you A, we give you B, we give you C, and we give you responses, and then you choose the most correct response. But since I'm referring you to Prime Learn app to go and watch those lessons yourself, for now we can now get out the answer ourselves from here. Then when you join the app, you will be able to watch other related content. Now, where does the respiration take place in the body? This has always been a question. And if I would behave like we do it in Prime Learn, maybe I can give you answers here. I can say, Roman 1, in the lungs. Roman 2, in the living body cells. And Roman 3, I can say in the stomach. If you join Prime Learn app, if you join Prime Learn, you will be watching lessons, and at the end of it all, you are given an activity in 2 series. One series is for objectives, and the other series is for structured, where you will answer these questions automatically and you will be marked. Now, let me leave this one for you. Let me leave this one for you. I think this will be our first question. Yes. I think about 15 or 10 minutes, I will be giving you an opportunity to start sharing with me so that we can ably discuss and see whether you can get out the answer. I have already talked about this. Now, boys and girls, having understood the first component of this respiratory system, I want us to cross slowly in these remaining minutes and talk about what we call the process of, sorry. So I was not supposed to rub off this question because we shall still where. Yes, and we said this was A. I'm sorry, this is A, this is B, and that's C. Now, this can stay for now. Let's quickly look at the structure. The structure of the respiratory system. The respiratory system. Yes. Now, this is very common. I will try to give a simple drawing here, and then we can discuss, and we see how the whole body reacts when it comes to breathing in and breathing out. Now, briefly, this is what you can follow. I will try to be somehow fast, and I know you will be able to interpret this. This is what my fine art can give me for now, but I'm very much sure that you will be able to interpret this since you have seen this in the past. Now, I'm drawing the structure that has got the lungs, and it shows even where breathing, gaseous exchange, and etc., all those things where they take place in our bodies. And this is how entirely the whole system goes. There is some small body organ here. By the simple kind of shape here, you can easily understand and tell what it could be. Now, I want us to quickly use this simple structure. I think the camera can easily get it right. Yes, the structure has got different parts. For the purposes of time, we shall try to be so fast. Part 1 This is called epiglottis. Epiglottis. Then we have next part here. It is this one. This is called the voice box. Voice box stroke. Other people call it larynx. We have got this part. I believe you are still able to observe this. This is called the trachea. Other people call it the trachea. I don't mind about the pronunciation, but I mind so much about the spelling. And you can as well call this one the windpipe. The windpipe. Then there is this part here. I think I can pick it from this corner. I always want these labels to be straight, but you will forgive me and permit me to do something of this nature. That one is similar to this. This side is similar to this side because it is the branch of the trachea. And the branch, when it comes here, it forms the two bronchi. And if it is one, it is called the bronchus. Other people will call it the bronchus. I mind very much about the spelling. Like I told you, if there are many, then they are called the bronchi, with just I at the end. Then, boys and girls, understand that we have got these two parts here. And actually, there are very many, but I have just decided to scoop out two. And this is what we call, they are called either the alveoli. Some other person can call them the air sacs. We should remember that, like I've come teaching you people, pay attention here on this. Where I have put the label is the lung. But we need to know, is this one the left lung or the right lung? And the password is very simple. I've always told you people that what you do, you alter your arms. You simply do like this if you're doing the paper and you want to know which one is right and which one is left. The moment you do like this, you will easily tell where has the right hand gone and where has the left hand gone. Automatically, my left hand is this, it has gone this side, and my right hand is this, it has gone this side. Therefore, this one becomes the left lung. I believe you are able to get that one clearly. This is the left lung. Now, all that I have done this side here is exactly what is this side, apart from maybe labeling this one, and we call it the right lung. This is the left lung, this is a right lung. And then the alveoli or air sacs are this side, they are equal to this side. The bronchus is also this side here. And maybe we can now understand this. Now, what I have labeled last is what I want to call, this is what I want to call the human heart. This is the heart. I don't know whether people could easily spot out that this could be the heart. This is the heart. What makes it the heart is because the heart in the human body is found in the middle of the two lungs. I want us to get this, that after the system, there is a certain tough muscle. I think I can use black that I used it. There is some structure which is always drawn there like this. You must have seen this one before. And this is what one can label and call the diaphragm. It is very important for you to master the diaphragm here. Diaphragm. This is the right spelling. Okay? Now, if we talk about the diaphragm, some other person would ask me, teacher, yes, what about the part of the skeleton that protects these ones from damage, from external harm? Oh, yeah. Then I will simply tell you that, yes, it is very true. There is this part of the body that forms a structure around the lungs. That forms the structure around the lungs. And this is what we call, this is what we call, I'm asking you, what do we call the structure that protects the lungs and the heart from external damage? I don't know whether your arm is up, but of course you will tell me when you give me a call. So this is what we call the rib cage. It is called the rib cage. Some other people actually call them the ribs, which is actually very okay. It is okay. They are the ribs, and it is one of the parts of the skeleton that provide what we call the protective role. I'm yet to invite your calls, and of course I'm going to set some questions here that you can respond to so that you easily call in and we discuss together. Very quickly, understand this, ladies and gentlemen watching this lesson, because I'm working with the doctor. I'm now training you, the doctor who wants to be the doctor in the future. This is a very fundamental basic information that you really need. Now, understand this, that inside here, there is a certain layer between the ribs and the lung. And actually this membrane, it's called, it's a membrane which is around here, and this membrane is containing some fluids. It contains some fluids. I mean, what I do this side is automatically what is this side. I want to be very clear on that. That what I do this side is definitely what is this side. And this membrane, because of the space I have here, and I did not want to cause congestion and whatever here, and the jam, you will permit me start now labeling from this side down here. So this kind of a layer I have put inside is called pleuro. This is called pleuro membrane. This is called pleuro membrane. Now the pleuro membrane contains inside it contains a certain fluid. It contains a certain fluid. All these things can be clearly observed maybe. By the way, I believe I have some good friends in Ushenyi who have done the slaughtering and whatnot. If you have done it, you know, when you slaughter, let's say, let me use a goat. It's a simple thing. I don't want to scare you people. Then you can easily, if you remove the whole of this system from the body, from the slaughtered animal, you can able identify these fluids and the cavity I'm talking about. So this fluid is called pleuro. Fluid. Sorry, fluid like this. Pleuro fluid. Am I writing the right thing? So the fluid is contained within the membrane, and I think I can now take this opportunity in the next about 5 minutes to explain the roles of these. However, there is something we need to do together. Since we expect calls, let me write some other more guiding questions here. You start brainstorming them as I explain, and you will able help me to give me the responses. Maybe if we call it an activity. An activity? Yes. We can have question number 1 here and say maybe give the meaning of the term respiration. Question 2. How is oxygen important during respiration? Question 3. We can say, what is the main product of respiration in the body? I can say question 4. Mention any 2 body systems apart from respiratory system. Some other question here. We can say, why is the trachea? Why is the trachea? I believe some people are writing before, after me. Why is the trachea made of?
Hello?
Yes, please.
Hello?
Yes, please, my friend. Hello. Okay. Hello. Okay. You can, we don't want to lose any call, please. You can call us back and we interact. So these are some of the questions I can give you for now. Meanwhile, as you also brainstorm on this to see what could be the exact and the correct objective. Remember, like I told you in the beginning, this is what Prime Land does. Hello. Yes, my friend, what is your name and where are you calling in from?
Hello?
Yes, hello.
What's the difference?
My friend, what is the difference between?
What's the meaning of? My name is Mulunji Edwin.
Yes, Murunji Edwin, my name.
I'm calling from Masindi.
Yes, perfect. From Masindi, go on and ask us.
What's the difference between bioproducts and end products?
Wow, perfect. Edwin, your question is got right unless you have another question.
I'll come back later.
Thank you very much, Edwin, my friend. And you have become the first golden winner. The first golden winner. Now, if you also had the same question, if you also... Hey!
Hello.
What is your name and where are you calling in from?
Hello, teacher.
Yes, you are loud and clear. Talk to me.
My name is Natungo Josephine.
Yes, Josephine.
I'm going to answer numbers. I'm from Naweru.
You're from Peru? And away from the TV set. Sorry? Okay. Josephine, thank you very much. You can get back to us, but when you make a call, my dear friend, you try to stand away from your TV set so that we can able to get you and we get your question. Your question is very important to us. Now, let me first respond to Edwin from Masindi. Edwin asked me the difference between waste products, the byproducts and the end product. My very good friend, like I told you in the beginning, the end product is the main product. The end product is the main product. In other words, if it was a factory, let's now go to Katwe, where there is a salt processing factory. So if you were at Katwe salt processing factory, the main product of whatever they collect from the lake into that factory is the fine salt that they will come and pack and process and pack and sell. You get the point? So in this case, when food and oxygen combine together in our body cells, the main fine product that will be released by the body is what we call energy. And then I say that the byproducts, these are the substances that are released by the body during the formation of energy. So when the energy is being generated, these other products are released. I guess I have answered you, my very good friend Edwin Konem, yes, from Masindi. However, you can also grab another opportunity. In case there is anything you did not clearly get here, tell your parent to use that smartphone you are using. You download what we call Prime Land. Let me write it here so that it can be so clear to you guys and you can perhaps get it. This is the spelling. It is called Prime Learn. It is an app found on Google Play Store for those who are using Android, and those who are using like iPhones. You can simply go to Google. You can simply go to your website and you put in www.prime-learn.com. You will be able to continue learning with me, learning with other good teachers, and getting the same facts in their simplified form.
Hello?
Yes, please, my good friend. Talk to me, my friend.
Hello?
Yes, what is your name and where are you calling in from, my good friend?
My name is Ahewa Elijah.
Yes, Elijah, I have you right.
Yes? Yes?
Elijah.
Oh, he going to be answered.
Sorry?
Number 4.
Number 4. Yes, Elijah, go on
Number
and
4.
give us the answers. Number 4, Elijah.
Mention any 2 body systems apart from respiratory system.
Perfect. Go on.
Circulatory system.
Circulatory system, correct. Are you giving us the second response?
Digestive system.
Wow. All the children watching this lesson, please join me and we give a clap to our friend Elijah. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you very much. You have gold already. Cause yourself, you are gold. Thank you. So, as we are waiting for other calls, boys and girls, I want you to understand that epiglottis, you can keep on calling in and we discuss. Epiglottis.
Hello?
Yes, hello.
Hello?
Yes, my good friend.
I want to answer a question.
You're perfect. Tell me your name and where you are calling in from.
My name is Janelle.
Janelle. Yes, Janelle, tell us the question.
My name is Janelle from Masoli.
Okay. Janelle, please read the question and give us the answer. Janelle.
Mention any 2 body systems apart from the respiratory system.
Perfect, Janelle, go on. Janelle, I'm waiting for your answers.
Circulatory system
Correct.
and the excretory system.
And excretory system. Ladies and gentlemen, join me and we clap Janelle. Thank you very much, Janelle. It's just a perfect response. Now you can go on and write other questions down and then you answer them. So epiglottis, boys and girls, as we are waiting for other calls, is the part of the system that opens and closes the trachea. In other words, this is the part that prevents food from entering the trachea during swallowing. If in any case, it is the part that prevents choking, the C-H-O-K-I-N-G. There is no C in the middle, choking. So this part prevents all other foreign materials from entering into the trachea apart from air. I believe we are still moving on together. And then we have got the voice box. The voice box is also called larynx, like I told you. And this is the part that contains what we call the vocal cords. Vocal cords, I believe, under sound energy. Your teacher has told you about vocal cords. So the vocal cords, they are the ones that vibrate within our voice box, produce what? Sound. They vibrate, produce sound. If there is another friend ready to respond to any of these questions, please, it's your time. You can respond to us and you let us discuss what you could have understood. I'm just worried about time. That's why I'm trying to set this free for you so that you can draw it, you label it, and we can state the functions of each, or else we start from that very point. But I first give you an opportunity to discuss with me. Another caller?
Hello?
Yes, please, my good friend.
My name is still Edwin.
Yeah,
Murungi
Edwin.
Edwin.
Yes, Edwin Murunji.
Yes. Question number 1. Give any meaning of the term respiration.
Yes, please tell me the answer, Edwin.
Respiration is the process by which body uses food and oxygen to make energy.
Perfect. Thank you very much, my good friend Edwin. And you have been a very wonderful child in our today's lesson. I really thank you very much. Keep it up every day. Be able to watch Star TV and you get the best and the best from the best teachers, I can assure you. And of course, like I told you, if there is a friend who missed this lesson, or yourself, you want to add yourself more, tell your parent to use that gadget, either the laptop or the smartphone. Download what we call the Prime Learn from Google Play Store, and then you sign in, you register. They will ask you some simple questions to register. Then you answer them. You put your names, you put your telephone number, and you will able to reach us. In case you get any problem, you get back to us. We guide you through so that you can actively start using Prime Learn. You will become a winner at the end. Yes, please. Yes, Sebo. Yes, please speak to me, my brother.
Yes.
What is your name? Where are you calling in from? And what is the question? Oh, no. We are not getting you right. I don't know whether you can stand us. Yes, please. Okay. We have lost that call. But of course, I want to tell you that in case you have, you have any other question or there is any submission, you have answered your work and you want to submit for for marking, you can use any of these contacts of mine in WhatsApp. You can WhatsApp me on any of these numbers, or you send your answers to any of these numbers. I will be able to get you. And perhaps we can discuss more. You submitting your responses, I will be able to mark you. And once I come back next time, definitely I will have to begin by reading your performance, how you performed, and your submission. Remember, you can have me live. From here, I'm going to be live on Prime Learn. Go and search. You will be able to get me. And we learn other subjects, all subjects from P1 to P7. They are covered under this online learning. You don't need to sit down and say, teacher, mommy, daddy, what? No. You have a solution. Run and download this Prime Learn app, and we shall be able to continue learning together even when teachers are away. We are in Kampala, but we shall teach you from Bushenya. I see you. You are seeing me, Masindi Edwin. Yeah, we shall learn together. You have been very good learners, ladies and gentlemen. I want to honestly thank you very much for attending today's lesson. We shall continue learning. Remember, tomorrow all lessons will continue running. We shall be running from Monday to Friday. And we shall continue teaching you how you can access Prime Learn so that learning continues even when we are out of the studios. COVID is real and it is here. Sanitize always, wash your hands always, and make sure that you wear your face mask. Stay with it, right? I've been able to discuss with you. I remain Edwin Twinomujisha, the science doctor, and I send greetings to all of you, most especially my friends in the real schools. I sign out for now.